Hi guys, and welcome to Classic Sitcoms, Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Got another sad one today. I don't know why I keep doing, but it keeps coming, and I find them, and I don't want to toss them aside, and I really don't like saving them back because I wind up forgetting about them, and some of these are really interesting. But this Heather O'Rourke was from the Poltergeist movie series, and she was also on the last end of Happy Days during the Fonz, and she passed away at the age of 12. Let's take a look. In 1985, she was the president of her 5th grade class and lived a normal childhood, but then her life took a tragic turn. After she became a popular actress, her mother claimed a wrong diagnosis was responsible for her demise. Her name was Heather O'Rourke, and she was only 12 years old when she died in 1988. She initially found fame when director Steven Spielberg cast her in the 1982 horror movie Poltergeist, and she would later play Linda Pearl's TV daughter on the popular sitcom Happy Days. Now, according to the July 1988 edition of Cinefantastique magazine, the only scene in Poltergeist that sincerely frightened her is when she had to hold on to the headboard while a wind machine blew toys into the closet behind her. She fell apart. Spielberg stopped everything, put her in his arms, and said she would not have to do that scene again. It's documented by entertainment historian Celia Foster of IMDb. O'Rourke was born on December 27, 1975 in San Diego, California, to Kathleen, a seamstress, and Michael O'Rourke, a construction worker. She had German, Danish, English, and Irish heritage. As Foster further reported, Heather entered American cinematic pop culture before 1st grade. She was sitting alone on the MGM commissary waiting for her mother when a stranger approached her asking her name. "My name is Heather O'Rourke," she said. "But you're a stranger and I can't talk to you." When her mother returned, the stranger introduced himself as Spielberg. She failed her first audition when she laughed at a stuffed animal Spielberg presented her with. He thought she was just too young. She just turned 5. He was actually looking for a girl at least 6 years old, but he saw something in her and asked her to come for a second time with a scary storybook. Now, as Foster continued to reveal, Spielberg asked her to scream a lot. She screamed until she broke down in tears. The next day at the commissary, Spielberg told her and her family, "I don't know what it is about her, but she's got the job." O'Rourke instantly became a star overnight and was easily recognized at her favorite theme park, Disneyland, and everywhere in California. In addition to Happy Days, Heather was also cast in recurring roles in various 80s TV shows like Webster and the new Leave It to Beaver. Then in 86, the highly anticipated sequel Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, premiered in theaters. As Foster went on to explain, it was Heather's riveting performance in this film that cemented her place in Hollywood history. January of 87, Heather began to have flu-like symptoms and her legs and feet swelled. She was taken to Kaiser Hospital and they confirmed it was only the flu, but when symptoms continued, they diagnosed her as having Crohn's disease, a chronic inflammation of the intestine. She was on medication throughout the filming of her next project, Poltergeist 3, and her cheeks were puffy in some scenes. She never complained during filming and did not appear sick to fellow cast members. When filming for Poltergeist 3 was completed in June of 88, and as Foster documented, Heather and her family went on a road trip from Chicago to New Orleans, to Orlando, and all the way back to Lakeside where they lived at the time. Heather was well until January the 31st of 88, Super Bowl Sunday. She was unable to keep anything on her stomach and crawled into bed with her parents that night, saying that she didn't feel well. The next morning, February the 1st, sitting at the breakfast table, she couldn't swallow her toast or Gatorade. That's when her mother noticed that Heather's fingers were blue and her hands were cold. Kathleen called the doctor and was preparing to dress her daughter when Heather passed out on the kitchen floor. The paramedics arrived and Heather insisted that she was really okay. She was more concerned about missing school that day. Unfortunately, as Foster concluded on IMDb.com, in the ambulance, Heather suffered cardiac arrest and died on the operating table at 2:43 p.m. at the tender age of 12. Of all her accomplishments, Heather was proudest to be an elected student body president of her 5th grade class in 1985. So sad, so very, very sad. There's really nothing I can say it's just really sad. It was whenever a child. Just sad. Hope y'all got something out of this. Please don't forget about classic rock and country music facts and trivia. Appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless you.